Hey there, it's early May 2019 and being a small business tax advisor, and here at Paris Financial Small Business Tax Advisors, we're going to go like cut cats all the way to the 30th of June because this is the most important time of year for us as small business tax advisors and for you as a small business person deciding on tax. Because tax planning. You've got until now, early May, until about mid-June to make your decisions on what's happening in your business from a tax perspective. Once we get to July or August, bird has flown. So forget it then. Act now. And these days, so much easier. 15 years ago when I was middle-aged, we used to get clients work in. We had to put them into our computer system, do a number of journals, charge the client a lot more, and then give them some ideas and decisions to make about tax planning and how much tax they were going to pay in the financial year. Nowadays, it's all changed. The cost has come down to you, the client. That's a winner, and the main reason is the cloud accounting. So we can get into your file, Xero, MYOB, QuickBooks, Reckon, whatever you're using, SASU, we can get into your file as small business tax advisors and help you make some decisions on what to do before the 30th of June, cost effectively for you. So we are so busy between now and the 30th of June talking to our clients. But I thought I'd talk to you today about the key things with tax planning, and you can bring it right down to these 4 things when we're talking tax planning in 2019. Number 1, with asset purchases. If you've got a business which is earning less than 10 million in turnover, you can spend on asset items that are less than $30,000 ex GST before the 30th of June, and you will get an immediate write-off. It is an absolute winner for small business. One thing you have to remember, you really do need the item, because if you're going to fork out 10 grand on a new item, the government will roughly give you back the tax rate. Let's say it's 30%, so you'll get back 3 grand, but remember you're still out of pocket 7. So you still need the item, but if you need it before the 30th of June, asset purchases are a really good way to reduce your tax and keep your business operations going. They're good for cash flow. Super contributions. So obviously the government's starting to squeeze super in all areas, but before the 30th of June, especially if you're in that area where you're starting to contribute more to super, you're getting a little bit older, like my good self, $25,000 per person is the tax deductible amount of super contributions for the 2019 year. $100,000 per person is the non-concessional contributions, meaning you're putting 100 grand in from outside the business from your private savings into your super, no tax deduction, but it's getting into that superannuation environment. End of year adjustments can be relevant for some people. Okay, so some years you might be having an absolute booming year in 2019 and you're expecting in 2020 that things may not be as good for whatever reason. Good idea to try to slow the income down towards the end of the year and maybe increase the expenses. And I'll leave it up to you how to do that. Use your own skills, but it's usually something to do with invoicing and operations and maybe some prepaid expenses. But the end of year adjusting, moving income and expenses around, is only relevant for you if you can see either a big or bad year this year or the next year. If you're steadily growing or you're going on a level plane with your business, it doesn't give you much at all, the end of year adjustments. This is number 1. Number 1 at Paris Financial are your trust distribution minutes. And right at this stage of the year, if you've got a growing business in a trading trust, you bet that you'll need a company at some point in your business life cycle if you're growing. It's called a corporate beneficiary, absolutely vital to minimise your tax. They are absolutely superb for cash flow, trust distribution and all those things, and to minimise your tax. However, a trust distribution and the paperwork must be done before the 30th of June. They are an absolute key, the trust distribution, so make sure you talk to your tax advisor about those. These are the 4 things you need to concentrate on. Get to your tax advisor, get some information out about what your online file's looking at. So your P&L from the 1st of July 2018 until the end of April or March 2019, and you'll have 9 or 10 months of solid figures that your tax advisor can give some info on this and minimise your tax for the 2019 year. Good luck, and may you pay less tax as a small business. Bye.